Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you can also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua is a worried man. And Rigathi Gachagua is on high alert because Musalia Mudavadi has declared another earthquake.
Na hata sisi kwa siasa, niliona ujuzi pahali pengine wanasema kuna mgogoro katika Kenya Kwanza kwa mambo ya vyama. I want to assure you that for as long as God gives me life, our job will be to strengthen the Kenya Kwanza administration of President William Ruto, and not to try and undermine it from within. So we shall do. Nagoi yuko hapa, Adagala yuko hapa, my friend of ANC mzee wetu hapa yuko hapa Mulo. I want to make it clear, and to other ANC supporters, although I may not be the official party leader today, but as a strong member of the ANC party, I must tell you, frankly, our conversation must be serious about how to strengthen the Kenya Kwanza administration and how to work very, very closely with the UDA, which is the principal party in the coalition, and to even engage in even deeper debates. Don't ask me which deeper debates. Hiyo nitawaambia baadaye. Earthquake nyingine itakuja huko mbele.
And I want to be very honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Ahead of the last general election, I never used to take Musalia Mudavadi seriously. But nowadays, I take Musalia Mudavadi very seriously. I no longer take his words for granted. Because ahead of 2022 election, Musalia Mudavadi announced to the country earthquake. And most Kenyans just assumed that Musalia Mudavadi was not going to make a major announcement. And true to his words, the earthquake that he announced is what tilted the equation for William Samoei Arap Ruto.
Kwa majina naitwa Edwin Nabaria, niko part of the youth league ya ANC. And tuko hapa siku ya leo kwa sababu ya preparation ya siku ya Jumapili, ambayo mheshimiwa party leader wa ANC ametuambia kwamba kutaenda kuwa na earthquake hii Kenya. Na hii earthquake tumekuja unajua earthquake kama inakuja lazima inakuja na mambo mengi sana.
Sitaki kusema kuzidi hapo. Rafiki yetu mmoja leo nilisema nitakuja hapa mapema kwa sababu rafiki yetu mmoja alituahidi ya kwamba leo kutakuwa na earthquake. na kwa sababu ni mwanasiasa kama sisi, so lazima tuwe waangalifu kwa sababu tumeahidiwa earthquake. Na mimi tunaomba Mungu ya kwamba hiyo earthquake iwe ni ile ambaye itaondoa siasa ya uongo na siasa ya ukora na siasa ya kudanganyana na siasa ya utapeli, ndio tuwe na taifa ambayo Kenya iko mbele ya mahitaji na matakwa ya kibinafsi ya wanasiasa, so that we can put our nation before the interest of any person or group of people or category of people. So that
in this video, I want us to figure out the earthquake that Musalia Mudavadi has announced. Because just recently, Musalia Mudavadi was in Bondo, where he addressed the residents there. And the residents really heckled Musalia Mudavadi. But Musalia Mudavadi told them that he had a good news and that they should watch very closely. And indeed, after that announcement, we saw Raila Odinga declaring his bid for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission.
Kwanza, nataka muniangalie vizuri. Hivi karibuni, we shall be surprising you with some very important news and pleasant. I will not say any more. Nawachia hapo kwa sasa. But muniangalie vizuri kabisa. Si nimesema nikiwa hapa? Muniangalie vizuri. Nimesema kitu. Na hapa naelekeza ombi langu kwa haswa, the leadership of the church.
So which for me means that Musalia Mudavadi can no longer be taken lightly. In fact, let me just pour my heart out. During the last election, I strongly believed that Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga really wanted Musalia Mudavadi to be the presidential candidate. Because remember, initially, when the handshake took place, there were the stories which were legit that Uhuru and Raila entered into that handshake and that he wanted Raila Odinga out of politics. But because of the force William Ruto came with, they thought that it was wise for Raila Odinga to run because Raila Odinga, in their view, was the only person who was capable of defeating William Ruto. But initially, their plans were to support Musalia Mudavadi. But Musalia Mudavadi did not really live to the expectation of the two brothers. And that's how Raila Odinga ended up running. But the fact that Musalia Mudavadi announced that earthquake, again, he announced the good news to the people of Bondo and this other earthquake. I want us to figure out the meaning. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think Musalia Mudavadi is trying to tell us with this earthquake? Can you predict what Musalia Mudavadi is trying to tell us? For me, I have only 3 or 4 theories. Number one, there is the high likely that another political party or a key political player in the Republic of Kenya is likely to join Kenya Kwanza. And that political party is one of the big political party. And if it's an individual, then it's one of the biggest players as far as Kenyan politics is concerned. And I'm ruling out the possibility of these small political parties or political players. And let me ask you, do you think Raila Odinga can shock the country by joining Kenya Kwanza or by endorsing Kenya Kwanza's presidential candidate? I'm just asking because we all know that Raila Odinga has already declared his bid for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission, which technically means that Raila Odinga will not be on the ballot in 2027. ODM as a political party, if Raila Odinga will not be on the ballot, I don't think they'll be able to sponsor a candidate because ODM is Raila and Raila is ODM. Of course, Joho Oparanya have announced that, okay, for them, they'll be running for the presidency. Azimio will also be sponsoring a candidate. But what earthquake do you think Musalia Mudavadi is talking about here? If not Raila Odinga and ODM party. Of course, I've always told you that in politics, only 2 constants. That is the interest. Apart from the interest, the other is betrayal. Raila Odinga can decide to betray the other guys. And of course, as long as his interest can be served on this other side. And that's why I take the issue of talks between Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta very seriously. And also the possibility of Rigathi Gachagua supporting Kalonzo Musyoka. I also take it very seriously. Because the politics, if Raila were to join Ruto's, then it's going to be serious political realignment. So that's number one. Number two, I'm also looking at the possibility of Kenya Kwanza political parties merging together. William Ruto has been pushing for this merger. Wetangula is resisting. Mudavadi is not resisting much. Who else is Mandeleo Chap is resisting, sometimes not resisting. So I'm seeing a situation where this earthquake is meant for ANC party party members, because Musalia Mudavadi made this announcement while in Bomet, some church there, and he was accompanied to that church by Cabinet Secretary for Energy, Davis Chirchir Mutua Sava, and Aaron Cheriot, the senator, who is also majority leader in the Senate, a close ally of William Ruto. And during his speech, Agoi, one of Musalia Mudavadi's key ally, hinted at the possibility of these parties merging. Listening to Agoi.
Sisi wakati tulikuwa tunatafuta kura, Mudavadi alikuwa katika kinyang'anyiro, na Western yote ilikuwa tayari kupea yeye kura, lakini alirudi akasema sisi tufate Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Alikuja earthquake, ilikuwa vigumu, lakini tulifuata mambo yake na tukafuata William Samoei, na kwa mapenzi ya Mwenyezi Mungu akafanya nini? Wakapita, si ndio? Sasa sisi tunajua William akimaliza miaka yake 10, tunaomba hata nyinyi mtuone, mtuangalie macho. Mnakubaliana na mimi? Mtatuangalia macho? Si macho hii mtuweka hata sisi tukue president. Naona maana gani? Na tuko na mambo hapo kidogo kidogo. Kuna wengine hapo katika chama cha Kenya Kwanza wanaona sisi ANC ni kidogo, wanaanza kusema sisi ni watoto wa kambo. Kwa hiyo sisi tumeangalia, tunaongea na Mheshimiwa Mudavadi, tunamwambia kama kweli wanaona sisi ni watoto wa kambo, waache tutafute namna ya kutavaa shati moja, tukifika huko mbele watoto wakoe kitu moja. Alafu tuone wao watatumia njia gani kutufukuza. Namna gani? Mtatusaidia. Mungu awabariki wote.
So it could be a possibility that Musalia Mudavadi has agreed to merge his party with UDA so that they can become one. And lastly, I'm also looking at the possibility of William Ruto nominating Musalia Mudavadi as the running mate. That can also be earthquake. I don't know how Rigathi Gachagua will take it, but that's a possibility. Because the way William Ruto is operating, he wants everybody under Kenya Kwanza. And of course, politics is about interest, but based on his relationship with the Rigathi Gachagua and his relationship with Musalia Mudavadi, it is clear that William Ruto is working more closely with Musalia Mudavadi compared to Rigathi Gachagua, which means he can just wake up and decide to support or to nominate Musalia Mudavadi. And that's going to be an earthquake. I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.